Hey yo, last week we looked at the first issue of Journey into Mystery, and today we're going to continue with, you guessed it, issue number 2. Once again, we have 5 stories to look at, so without further ado, our first story, named Scarecrow, starts off with the face of this man. There's this scrawny guy people call Scarecrow who gets bullied and treated poorly by the Huz. He even tries to bag this waitress but gets picked up by the collar of her boyfriend and gets sunned. So he's like, man, whatever, I'll go to this magic store to see if anything in there would work. And that crazy looking dude sells him a power potion for only 50 cents, but then is like, yo, the antidote is $100, bro. And the skinny dude is like, nah, you wildin' for that, I don't need that. So bro takes the potion and overnight turns into Lou Ferrigno, and immediately the Huz want him and he goes around kicking and fighting people. He even gets the waitress to agree to marry him, but things get worse for the guy when his bed breaks, and then his chair breaks, and then his floor breaks, and then 3 more floors break, and then the ground breaks. This guy's gonna end up in China. Don't look. This creepy old guy comes into this attorney's office presenting this invention to him. He says it's a mirror that lets you see how someone will look in the future. The attorney thinks about him saying, it's funny how old he looks and yet it's not real age. He's a young guy made old by insanity. Nah, he's just a trucker.
1,800 miles a night.
The attorney goes out of his office to call the nut house, but his secretary looks into the mirror and sees what she's gonna look like in 10 years. He puts the mirror to the test and thinks about a bunch of people to see how they're gonna look, convincing him that it works. So he makes sure he can have the mirror for himself to patent it by having the creepy guy locked up in the loony bin. And after the creep is taken away, the lawyer thinks he won and gets curious to what he'll look like in the future. So he takes a peek, and as his future face comes to life, he finds out that he is the creepy old trucker.
Hell no.
Story number 3 is about the Lorax. It begins with a fat guy training to learn magic. He attempts to do what's called the Indian rope trick and ends up getting tangled up and almost choking himself to death before the Lorax can get him out of it. Then he has to walk across burning coal and ends up tripping. Mr. Lorax tells him he should quit trying to be a magician since he sucks at everything he does. This makes the fat guy so mad that he stabs him to death before going back to America to put on a magic show. For his first trick, he needs someone from the audience to saw him in half. He gets in a box, has the audience member sawed in half, and now says he's gonna put himself back together. The audience isn't buying it until he stands up looking like this. The fourth story is called Through the Door. Let's see what this one is about. So we have this manager of somebody named Killer, and he's trying to bag his girl. Not a smart move, bro. It looks like she's gonna be for the streets after the manager tells her he'll give her whatever she wants, until Killer walks in ready to fight looking like the Hulk. They both run away from Killer and try to hide in another room until he hits them with the
Here's Johnny.
They run out the back and up some steps with Killer right behind them, and they make it to a room with an iron door. The Killer gets his hand inside, so the chick hits him with a big stick, and now they're both safe from Killer. And now the chick uses this opportunity for the manager to give her whatever she wants. Yeah, bro, it turns out this chick is a freaking vampire. This dude has to pick between giving his blood to this old vampire lady or being clobbered by the thing.
It's fantastic.
Alright, ending it off with story number 5, we got somebody holding a knife, alright? And 2 scared looking people dressed in whatever they're dressed up in. Alright, great start. The dude holding the knife is the lady's husband, and the other dude is his best friend. The husband is gonna kill both of them, thinking she's cheating on him. But before he can stab the other guy, his wife socks him hard enough to kill him. And now she's scared of getting caught because that means they'll get executed. But then the dude is like, we were gonna kill him anyway. So he goes out to find a place for the body, and she has to guard the back door to make sure nobody walks out to find the body. But this drunk couple wants to go out and get some fresh air, but she convinces them to stay inside. After some time passes, this lady starts getting paranoid, thinking the dude ran out on her. So she goes looking for him and finds him outside. She brings him back inside to dance and tell him all this crap. Somebody taps her on the shoulder, this crazy looking dude. He tells her there's a call for her, so she goes to the phone with her partner in crime, and on the other end is her partner in crime. He tells her he's done with her, but not to worry since he hid the body. But obviously, if that dude is on the phone, then who the heck was she dancing with? Oh, this guy.